girls. So there's this myth around telling your plans before they actually happen that Nigerians have a very funny way of believing, and I would like us to discuss it today. Do you think telling your plans before they actually happen can jinx the plan? Like, do you agree with the narrative that people are passing on that okay, if you're traveling, if you're going to accomplish a milestone in your life, you don't need to tell people, you should just avoid people and be quiet until it actually happens? Do you subscribe to that ideology that this is true? In my own opinion, I feel it depends on who you're telling. You can't be telling the devil himself and be expecting your plans to work. But if you call someone your friend and you trust the person, the fact that you call the person your friend, I think that is enough reason for you to tell the person the truth and tell the person the next plan. I can't be in the same room with you and I'm your bestie, and tomorrow morning you're in LA and you didn't tell me. Probably when I was sleeping you went to the airport. That is, to me, that is on all levels. But it depends on who you're telling your plans to. The benefits of even telling your plans are endless. Like, if you have someone who is in your space, who is in your corner, who roots for you, when you tell your plans, I think they would even bring their own kind of support to your plans and not jinx them if you tell the right person. That the key word here is telling the right person, but not like you're going to do something and you go tell the whole world. Even if you tell the right person and the person eventually breaks that trust, that's on them, that's not on you. But you did the right thing, because you can't have a bestie and not reveal your plans to the person at the needed time. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. So, have you ever experienced any negative consequences of sharing your plans in advance? Yeah. I don't think there are negative consequences to sharing your plans with your family, your close friends, not your besties. I'm not saying acquaintances. I'm not saying people you just met and you're calling them friend, because people don't know how to group their friends. Some people, everybody you meet is a friend, which is not supposed to be so. You're supposed to have like a grouping. You put people in the classes that they belong to. You can't just meet people and just assume that they're your friends. Friendship doesn't work that way. Friendship is built. Friendship is I like to say friendship is acquired, because you would need to put in effort to be friends with someone. You would need to meet the person halfway. You can't just assume that everybody you meet is your friend or blah blah blah. How do you determine which plans to share and which ones to keep to yourself? I think there are plans to keep to yourself. There are plans to keep to yourself, but not plans that the person who is your friend or the person in your corner will be shocked that you did this without. And there should be like a duration that you keep those plans to yourself. When it gets to the point where the plans are almost actualized, or they are even actualized already, that is wrong. Because by the time the plans are actualized and you're telling your friend, like, why are you still telling? There's no need. You've won. There's no need. The plans have worked, so why else will I be? Do you get? Why else are you still telling the person? Like, aren't you even embarrassed to begin with to even tell the person that okay, this is the plan, and it has worked? Like, how do you do it? How do you guys make friends? Like, how do you make friends? Like, what do you guys call friends? Like, for real. So how do you handle potential criticism or skepticism from others when sharing your plans in advance? Like, if you tell your friends your plans and they look down on you, or they say certain things that make you feel like, oh, why did I tell them the plan? That's on them. That's not on you. Do you get? That's on them. And I don't think if they discourage you, if it's your plan, it's enough reason for you to still go on with your plan, because it is yours. That's why it's called your plan. You're only sharing it with them because you just want them to be part of the journey, and you just want them to be in the know. So if you share your plans and your friends are talking down on your plans, and that's the reason why you didn't want to tell them in the first place, that is not on you, that's on them. So move on with your plan, carry on with your plan. You did the best you could do, which is telling them. Have you ever had someone else's reactions to your plans change your perspective or alter your plans? This is the same thing I was saying. So if my reaction to your plan is not what you were expecting, does that mean you should not go on with your plan? No, I don't think that's a valid reason for you not to go on with your plan, because obviously for you to have thought it through, you want it to happen. Try. There's no harm in trying. I don't know where I heard this, or I think it's in a convention at my church, that the pastor was like, we should make excuses. I don't know where I heard this. I think it's a convention in my church, and the pastor was like praying for us to make mistakes, and people were quiet. I was quiet, but I knew what he was driving at. People were quiet because people felt, why will a pastor pray for me to make mistakes? But the truth is, I could see his perspective. Because if you don't try, how do you know? So if telling people your plans can alter or make you change your plans, or just make you feel like they're not going to work, then that plan wasn't even a plan to begin with. Because you should have 100% trust in whatever you want to do, as long as you put it in your mind to do it. And I don't think you should be scared of making mistakes, because imagine if you came to this world and you never made mistake. Are you living? No, because you have to make. How do you even know what is mistake to begin with? Do you know what is mistake? Nobody knows it. I don't even know what a mistake is, because if you don't try, how do you know it's a mistake? See? So you shouldn't be scared that, if I tell people my plans, they're going to be like, it's not going to work, blah, 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 blah. Because obviously, you don't even know. They don't know. You don't even know. You don't even know what is worth trying. I don't know what is worth trying. So until we try, we can't know. So don't let anybody deter you or stop you from going on with your plans, because you just did your due diligence of telling them, okay, this is what I want to do because I trust you and you're in my corner, and I would not like you to even hear from someone else that, I'm trying to do this, when you're my friend, when you're my person, not my friend, not like friend, but when you're my close friend, even if it's just a random friend and you want to tell, it's your life, it's your choices. So the next question is, how do you navigate the balance between maintaining excitement and avoiding potential disappointment when sharing your plans? How do you navigate the balance? It's you. It's your life. It's your world. Obviously, there's some days where you will feel high, some days you will feel low. You're human to begin with. So you can't really tell. You can only work on your mind. You can only work on you, on your heart. But most times it will give way. So there's some days you will feel discouraged. There are days you will feel down. There are days you feel low. It's normal. Embrace it. I'm not going to come here and tell you that there's something you can do that in a day you will not feel bad. In a day you will, maybe when you have plans and things are not really coming out the way you want them to come out, that this is like a step that you would do, and at the end of the day, you won't feel down. Like most times you won't feel discouraged about your plans. There's nothing like that. You're human. Some days will be good, some days will be bad, and what you do is make the most of it. So if you have plans and you're scared that because most days I need to navigate the balance, you can't do that. You can only work on your mind to always know that this is just a phase. If it happens, but I think when it's a regular occurrence, then you know that there's something wrong. But if it's not a regular occurrence, you're good. Keep pushing. Have you ever regretted sharing a plan before it happened? If so, what did you learn from the experience? I think so. Several times. I do it all the time. Like most times I'm be like, why did I even tell? Like, oh, I'm even tired of telling people, and at the end of the day it won't work. Like most times you even feel discouraged because most times you're always telling plans that at the end of the day they don't work. They weren't meant to work. Don't beat yourself up for something you can't control. It's not, you can't control it. There's some certain things you can't control, and learn to embrace that. Learn to live with that fact that most things are beyond your control. There are things within your control. Probably your diet, probably your relationship with God, but a lot of things you can't control. Your plans you can't control because you're not going to if you take for instance you're planning to travel. You have people, you will get your passport. So imagine how many days it might take to get your passport. It's not on you. Do you get? There are things you can do to facilitate the process in Nigeria. I don't know, but it's still not on you. Do you get? So it's still a plan, but certain things are not within your control. I don't know if you get. Certain things are within God's control. Certain things are within man's control, the society's control. So don't beat yourself up about certain things that you can't control, because there's little to nothing you can do. If, take for instance, like I said, you want to travel, you get your passport. It depends on how many days you're going to get it. You can't say, oh, I'm going to travel. Okay, your visa. Do you get? So your travel dates, money for the tickets, like a lot of factors. So I don't think you should beat yourself up if your plans don't work. Most things are not within your control. Like, you should learn to accept. I am also learning to accept things because I am someone who likes to control things. I am controlling, but I'm learning to know that there's certain things that are within my control and I should live with that if I want to be happy. Because happiness is a process. Happiness is in stages. It depends on the stage you want to take yourself to. There's something my mom used to say, and the first time I heard it, like, that was like the best thing she had said to me. She said, it's in pidgin. She said, when person wake up, that is his own. Okay, let me say it in pidgin. She said, now when person wake up, now be your own money. Meaning, is when you wake up. If I wake up by 10 p.m. and I decide to greet you good morning, the worst you can do is not answer. Yeah, the worst you can do is not answer. But truly, that is your own money. That is when you opened your eyes after night. Do you get? So if I decide to sleep from today till tomorrow and I'm waking up by 10 p.m. in the night and I greet you good morning, truly that is when I'm opening my eyes. You've opened your eyes. Fine, you've opened your eyes, but that is my own morning. Which in translation, it means that is when you realize that it's time for change. That is your time for change. I don't know if you get me. That's your time for change. When you say, okay, this is my time, no one else, nobody can tell you this is your time for change. So don't let the world's ideology stop you from doing certain things that your heart desires to do. There's really no rule book for anything. There's really no rule book for sharing your plans. I can come on here and tell you to share your plans with your bestie. Your bestie will do you dirty. Do you get? Your bestie will still do you dirty, but still yet, there's no rule book. If you feel the need to share your plans, share your plans. If you don't feel the need to share your plans, it's all right. Keep your plans to yourself. It's just on you. But don't let, because they say it, you're seeing it on Twitter, that they say, no, when you share your plans, no. Don't let someone else's rule book be your guide, because your life is different. Your journey is different. And you need to respect and acknowledge that your journey, your life, and your path is different. So I hope you enjoyed this vlog. Please like, subscribe, and share. I'm kind of new here, but let's see. We're on the journey together. Bye.